I ran into one of my neighbors the other day. He asked me, "How's your toe?" I replied, "It's still missing." I got home, took off my socks and sneakers, and lay on the bed. Yep, still only 9 toes. When I press my bare feet together, ankle to ankle, there's an empty space where my left big toe should be. With all the other toes lined up together, it looks like a big smile with one of the front teeth knocked out. I had 59 good years with that toe. We were, in a word, inseparable. But then came December 7, 2021. I woke up that morning with 10 toes. I went to sleep that night with 9. I'd known for several weeks that this would happen. The blood blister I had noticed on my toe in early September had turned out to be a ridiculously obscure form of melanoma and potentially fatal. Part of the standard treatment, given how far the cancer had advanced, was to amputate the toe. So, given the choice between living with 9 toes and dying with 10, I chose 9. It seemed like a small price to pay. I've spent the last 2 years wondering how small that price really was, which I think is another way of saying, do I want sympathy? Do I deserve sympathy? I go back and forth on this. Some of the things I feared at the outset haven't come true. For years, distance running had been an important part of my life. Would losing a toe change that? No, it turned out. I still have my balance. When I go running, I'm not lopsided. I don't think anyone who sees me going by says, "What's up with that guy?" When I go barefoot at a pool, no one stares at my foot. No one notices at all. One of my biggest worries was that my future grandchildren, if I ever have grandchildren, will be traumatized by Grandpa's missing toe. But then a friend of mine told me that when he was a kid, he thought his grandfather's missing finger was the coolest thing in the world. Unlike the young man who fit me for my orthotic, who got too close to a lawnmower when he was a kid, I didn't lose half my foot. I didn't lose a leg. It may be technically correct to call myself an amputee, but it doesn't feel morally right. The upshot is that I don't deserve sympathy, and I don't want it. Most of the time, that is. Eventually, I'm going to run another marathon, and I have this fantasy about it. I'm going to get myself a t-shirt, and on the back it will say, "Ask me about acrolentiginous melanoma." And on the front it will say, "I only have 9 toes." I want to tell people, you may not realize this, but I'm injured. I look okay on the outside, but I'm suffering where you can't see. Whenever I bathe in this fantasy, I end up realizing, of course, that I'm no different from anyone else. Everyone I know in my life, everyone I pass on the street, we are all suffering inside. We all have hidden injuries that most of the time we keep to ourselves, that other times we want the whole world to know about. So this is how I've changed. My hurt, easy for other people to overlook, reminds me that we all have hurts that are easy for other people to overlook. As I slowly fall apart, I'm more aware that everyone else is falling apart as well. I wish I didn't have to lose a toe to have a deeper understanding of other people's hidden pain. But we all have things that we wish hadn't happened to us. 2 years ago, I thought my 9 toes made me different from everyone else. Now I see that we are all the same.